According to Russian news outlets, a robot broke a 7-year-old boy's finger during a chess match in Moscow last week. As the use of robots increase at the home and beyond, can we really trust them? Well, to discuss this, I'm joined by Mal Fletcher, social commentator and futurist. Can I ask you, first of all, what you think about this story? Because I have to say, it totally freaked me out. Mal?
Yeah, hi, Rona. Good to be with you. Look, I think what we've got here is an example of something that's very important. It's a principle that there's one thing robots can't do for all their sophistication, and that is empathize in the way that humans do. So empathy, by definition, requires a shared human experience, and that, by definition, a robot can't have. So in this case, we have a machine that's operating according to its programming and reacting, but without any empathy filter. And that's one of our concerns going forward, that we debate the ethics of robotics and establish some guidelines as to what they can and can't do.
But, we are using robots and, robotic technology more and more, Mal, aren't we? Paint me a picture of what our lives are going to be like in, 10, 20 years' time. We've got robots, hoovers, lawnmowers. What else is there going to be, for goodness sake?
Oh, well, people say that most of what we talk about with robotics is sci-fi, but I tell them, Wi-Fi was sci-fi not that long ago. I mean, already we're relying on things like social bots, and they'll become a much bigger feature in the homes of the next 10 years. These are highly sophisticated machines that can biometrically read and at least emulate human emotion. And they're very helpful in helping us care for elderly or infirm loved ones, for example. I think we'll see a lot more mundane tasks carried out by robots. That's done already. The downside of that, of course, is that job markets will change significantly. We expect something like 35% of British jobs to be automated in the next 20 years. New techs usually mean new types of work as well, but the challenge this time will be whether we transition quickly to take advantage of those new jobs.
Was it Google recently where the engineer said that there was a bot that had human sentient feelings?
Yeah, and that caused quite a stir because essentially there's no science to back that up at the present moment. We had one person publishing something. There's no body of agreement in the field. And I've been pushing for some years too for groups to come together, for governments to facilitate big tech, science groups, religious and ethics bodies to debate and develop that universal code of ethics for AI with some sort of enforceability, because we don't want artificial intelligence, which after all drives most robotics now, creating problems we don't know how to solve or how to solve quickly enough.
Yeah, Mal, is there a worry that we put too much power into technology?
Yeah, I think there is. I think it comes down to human beings at the end. Our future is not determined by the technologies we use, but how we choose to use them, what freedoms we give them. I think the other aspect of this is what's called machine learning. It's not human learning. Most machines can't do many things at once in the way that our brains do every day. But today, machines do learn in a fashion. They do it by analysing huge amounts of data, identifying patterns within the data, and then from those patterns inferring rules to carry out certain activities. So they're limited still, and to some degree, by the data that's fed into them, which is where we come in. And we need to give more thought, I think, about the data we provide every day, even via apps on our phones.
OK, well, it is an absolutely fascinating subject. It has been so interesting to talk to you, Mal Fletcher. Thank you very much indeed.